Hi, and welcome to Starfire Twins channel. Want to welcome you again. I am so excited because things are moving. This is a full moon period. You know, I'm already on fire for that. I'm glad for that. I hope you guys acknowledge our one and only beautiful moon goddess and let her know, hey, kisses and smooches. We appreciate you. If you haven't, you might want to do so, okay? Today I want to talk to you about ancestors' altars, okay? After this video, I'm going to post a very short video showing you my altar, okay? So it's like part one, part two, okay? Just to give you an idea. So if you watch this, then you'll know what the next video is about. It's just little ideas of my altar because I'm doing some new things with my altar, but hey, that's going to come in another day. I'm going to redo everything for them. I have such grand ideas and how to make it pleasant for them. Now, an ancestor altar. People want to know, what is an ancestor, first of all? An ancestor is a person in your family who's gone on to the other side. And they were before you. They laid the path for you. Okay, if you go back in slavery, you'll find that a lot of our ancestors did the craft back then, how to get themselves tuned into handling what was going on with them without really letting it affect their whole mind, body, and soul. Okay, now when I speak about slavery, please understand I'm not just talking about African Americans. I'm talking about everyone that's ever been a slave. Egyptians, Jews, all that. Our ancestors, that's our culture and that's who we are. And I give all of them totally respect. Okay? So I want to talk to you about building an altar. First things first. Many times you hear on YouTube or on TV, hey, quote unquote, build an altar for your ancestors and acknowledge all of them and have them come to you. I ask you not to do that. Do not call for every single ancestor to come to you because you may not know the history of that person. That person can be a child molester, a rapist, an abuser, a thief, a murderer, a psychopath. You know, so don't call on all your ancestors. Research your family, ask questions, find out things. Now, if you were adopted and you're trying to find out, search your spirit. Let them show you. Okay, because of course, you know, now we can go and get our DNA and find out everything. But if you're going to seek someone and you have no idea about your family tree, please seek the gods, the goddesses, the angels, and they will direct you. Okay, but just don't call on anyone. I don't want that to happen. Okay, and when I say that, I don't want anything negative. I don't want you bringing someone into your home that you can't figure out why this man that you loved and has treated you like a queen is all of a sudden beating the hell out of you because you've invited that womanizer of your ancestor in and he's taken over, he's invoked him. So you got to be careful, or it could be vice versa. We can have a woman and her husband sitting there, he working hard every day, and all of a sudden he's trying to figure out, why is this woman hitting me in the head with a pot? Well, who did she invite in the house? Or who did he invite in the house? So you want to be careful. Always be careful about your circle. Your circle is also a spiritual circle. It's not just the ones that we can see. Okay? An altar has to be personal. That's why I added the waterfall to mine. So that I wanted to give them something. I don't always take from my ancestors. A lot of people will call for your ancestor to do this. Call for your ancestor because you need money. Call for your ancestor because you need a new car. Bunk that. Call for your ancestors because you want to say thank you. You want to show them appreciation. And then you'll find that blessings are coming left and right. Why? Because you're not that child that's just begging, 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 begging. Okay? Just using them. Show them love. Show them understanding. Show them compassion. Spend some time with them. Am I telling you to spend every day with your ancestors? No, I don't. But sometimes I have to just walk by and say, hey, I've had a hard day, but I want to acknowledge you and say I love you. That's all it takes, okay? It's like having your grandma right there with you. Acknowledge her and love her because they've set the path for you. And the fact that people around us have ancestor altars, Spanish people believe in the Day of the Dead, and a lot of people think, oh my God, you're calling these old spirits back. I'm not calling none of my spirits back, my old family members. They have not left me. They are here to bless me. Okay, if you are a Christian and you were told that when Jesus come back, the dead shall arise and everything, but yet when we bury people as Christians, you want to say, well, I know they're in heaven. Well, wait a minute. That's contradicting. Either they're in heaven or they're waiting on Jesus to get back. One or the other. They can't be in both places. So we know that Jesus ain't came back. Okay. If that's your belief. So where are your people? They're in the between worlds. Okay. And they need to feel loved and they need to feel wanted. And they have so much knowledge and so many blessings they can give you. But you have to show them that you love them, you respect them, and you haven't forgotten about them. My altar is not to ask for things. My altar for my ancestors is to show them that, hey, Firestar loves you, and I appreciate you, and I'm very thankful for you. Very thankful. Even my great-grandma, who I was not able to meet, but has dealt with me spiritually to the point where we know each other. Okay, I know where my crafts is coming from, my history of my craft. I know, and it's from her because she comes to me. My other grandmother, I talk to her and I can just feel her as if when I was small, I used to lay my head in her bosom when I'm upset. So get to know your people. They're not gone. My brother, very, very dear to me. And having the altar lets me know he's still with me. He passed away from cancer 6 years ago. And when he was diagnosed with the cancer, he told me, I won't leave you. I'm going to beat this. And then he came home to visit. And him and I went for a little ride. And he told me he was tired. And I'm like, what that's supposed to mean? You know, I got an attitude because that's my big bro. You know, he can defeat anything. Cancer, you ain't got crap on my brother, right? He told me he was tired of fighting. And I took that as he won. Even though within 3 to 4 months after him being home, he passed away. He won because he had fought a good fight. And he was just tired, physically tired. And his spirit was saying, it's time to let go of this body. Not let go of your loved ones. Not let go of your family. Just let go of that body. Let go of the shell. The shell is deteriorating. But you're still there for your people. Your family members, all your brothers and sisters. There's 24 of us, 11 boys, 13 girls. Yeah. So he's still with me. And I'm thankful. Now, when it comes to your ancestors' altar, there's some things that you can put on your altar, okay? You want to definitely keep the elements there. You want to have water, okay? I have fire. You want to have air, which is your frankincense and myrrh, your incense. You want to have wood, okay? And if you look at my altar, the bowl that my crystals are sitting in is out of wood. And you want to have metal. Funny thing is, my metal would come from my frankincense and myrrh and from the waterfall. So add a couple of things and put your own things in there. I actually have to go buy a crochet needle because my grandmother used to crochet. She actually made me a poncho when I was little. So I'm going to get her a crochet needle and put it on the altar because that's something that she liked. Now, there's some things that can hurt your heart. You're like, I want to do my altar, but I have no pictures. Do not feel defeated. Okay, let me tell you how you can work this out because I have to go and actually print this out myself next week. Find out their names if you already know them. Go to Walmart, Walgreens, wherever. I would say Walmart because they have a great photo thing where you can get in there and you can pick your font and everything and write their names down. Okay, beautify it up. Add some flowers, you know, because you have to add little pictures and stuff in it. Add some rainbows, whatever it is you need, and print that up and put it in a beautiful frame. Okay, I'm gonna tell you now, don't get a cheap frame. Okay, because you don't have their pictures and you want them to know, hey, you mean the world to me. Get them a beautiful frame. Put their names on that frame in a list and sit that on your altar. Guess what? They're still with you. Don't worry about not having a picture. Don't let that discourage you. Okay. Now, never combine pictures of loved ones on the altar with the deceased ancestors. That's a way of getting bad luck. You don't want to have someone that's living worshipped as if they're dead. We don't want to push them into the grave, okay? Do not put them together. It's not a wise thing to do. Now, your deities, okay, do not put your deities on your ancestors' altar. I have actually 3 altars in my room, and well, 4, the one that I work at. I have my ancestors' altar, my angel's altar, and I have my altar for Buddha. Okay. So, but I keep them separate. I don't combine them. Now, my altar with Buddha, I can add another deity to that because that's my deity's altar. But here's the thing. When you do this, you want to make sure that you're adding deities that get along. Okay? Don't put two deities that don't get along, which means don't just grab something that you've heard of and you fell in love with real quick and add them to someone else. You don't want to do that. You may have to have a smaller altar for that, which there is a deity that I'm not going to mention right now that I want to set an altar for, but I know she has to have her own altar, and I'm fine with that. I respect that. Okay? Things that you can have on your altar, we talked about flowers, plants, crystals, candles, wine. Okay, yeah, like, Cooper's Hawk. Yeah, that's my wine place. I'm a member of that. Bottles of wine. Yeah, but most of my ancestors, I think they like the Jack Daniels and stuff. So every now and then, pour a little bit of that, some Apple Crown in there. Okay, have a drink with them. Okay, when I do the cranberry, because I feel like my grandmothers want cranberry juice on a Saturday morning, I get my cranberry juice and I have it with them. Or I may have a cup of coffee while they're having their cranberry juice. Do I feel like they're actually going to come and pick the cup up and drink it? No, it's a form of saying respect. It's a form of acknowledging them and giving them a gift, okay? Everything doesn't have to be with this physical. Remember, we use the third eye more than we do the physical eye. Like I said, they're like Pepsi. Like I'm a Pepsi fanatic. You put some Pepsi up there, whatever, ginger ale. Glass of water, photography. We talked about the pictures, but not just pictures of them. Maybe there's some places that they love. Maybe you had a grandparent that went to Hawaii. Get a picture of the ocean out in Hawaii, and put that on there for them. Something so simple. A lot of people use graveyard dirt. Now, I need to tell you guys how I feel about graveyard dirt. There's a graveyard right down my house. I ain't going to get as much graveyard dirt as I want. But I won't use graveyard dirt. I'm going to tell you why. I feel it's disrespectful. This is my opinion. You do not have to agree with me. I will not argue because you have your beliefs. I have mine. But my spirit will not let me go and dig up some dirt out of a graveyard. There are spirits that are there that no one comes to see. Their headstones are full of dirt and grass because no one cleans them off. How dare me go on top of that and dig up some dirt to do a spell or put on an altar? Doesn't sit right with my spirit. So this is what I do. I have sand with my crystals. I dedicated my sand to them. My ancestors know why I won't use the dirt. And guess what? None of them has come to me and showed me that I need to use graveyard dirt. I feel that's disrespectful. But that's me as a practitioner. That's my own practice. You guys would never see me do any spells or anything with graveyard dirt. I'd rather go in my backyard and get some dirt, put it under the moon goddess, have her bless that dirt and use that. Or I can go actually and buy some purified dirt that's totally clean, give it to the moon goddess, let her bless it, and have it in a jar and keep it when I need to do it. I will not use graveyard dirt. Why? Because I feel it's disrespectful not only to my ancestors, but to other ancestors, people's ancestors. I'm not going to do it, okay? If you have a problem with that, please understand that's my personal belief. I'm not telling you not to do it. If I do a spell and you want to use graveyard dirt, sweetheart, my loving queens and kings, I'm okay with that because that's you. That's your intentions and what you're feeling. But for me, and remember that in this craft, you have to do what your spirit feels right about, okay? Not what others think. Because being a witch, you're already on your own. Especially if you're a solitary witch like me. I don't have a coven. I don't knock it. It's just that I work better on my own. And I have a lot of friends that are in covenants. I'm making more friends. And guess what? I love them to many blessings. Okay? But it's okay to be a little bit different. All right? All right. Okay. You can also put jewelry up there. If you go to a thrift store and you may find this old brooch that's really pretty, bring it home. Make sure you clean it, cleanse it and everything. And you may want to give that to one of your ancestors. Here's a gift that I found. They, just find out what they love and what they need. And believe me, they're going to bless you. Now, you want to find out when you set up your altar, you want to make sure you have the right location. Okay, like I said, now I'm blessed. My room is my whole room. Okay, and I just told my husband I need the other bedroom to do some other things. And he's like looking at me like, okay, you spoiled. But yeah, he loved me like that. So he's going to fix that room up for me after we have our children from out of town come and visit. That's an extra bedroom. I'll be changing that into some things. But you have to find the right location. Okay, whether it's in a corner, whether it's in a room, whether it's in a basement, whether it's in a closet. Okay, long as you know that it's your quiet space. And that place has to have peace. Okay, you don't want to put it somewhere where people are running in and out and they can look at it and disrespect it. That's why I said the closet would be good too. Or that quiet corner where no one goes to. Or if you have to use a corner that people can see, get you one of those dividers, those Spanish Chinese dividers, and put that up. So when you're not there, people can't, just go in, oh, what's this? Who's that? It's very respectful. My altar is very holy to me. It's very precious. So I'm very strict on who touches anything in my room and things like that. I have a husband that will come in and won't touch anything because he's like, I don't want supposed to touch and I don't want to hear your mouth. And if you got to re-bless something, I'll never hear the end of it. See, so that's what I'm saying. He may not be in the craft, but he respects my craft and respects me. You want to make sure that you cleanse everything on your altar with sage. Frankincense and myrrh is why I burn it all the time on my altar for my ancestors. I clean my ancestors' altar off maybe once or twice every 2 to 3 months. And that's because I don't like to move them around a lot. And like now I'm getting ready to change the cloth that I have over the altar next week. So I'll move it. But mind you, I'm only changing the cloth because a little bit of wax has gotten on it. And I don't want that for them. From a candle, I don't want that. They don't deserve any spots or blemishes or anything. But I'm looking for a certain material for that. Make it special. Don't act like you're just doing it to be doing it. It has to be done out of love and sincerity. Okay? Because you want to speak with your ancestors. You want to talk to them. You want to invoke them. Okay? That's why I said do not just say, oh, if you're my ancestor, please come and be united with me. No. I don't know you like that. Okay? And I'm going to put it out there. Let's say if I went somewhere and I met this great uncle and, he's still living. I'm in my 20s. I'm not now, but let's act like I was cute in my 20s. Just joking. Like I'm in my 20s. Okay, we're going to pretend like I'm in my 20s. I got my daughter. Do you think I'm just going to leave my daughter with this man? No, because I don't know this man. I just know that my people told me you was my great uncle and I'm here to meet you. But I'm not about to leave my daughter or my sons with you because I don't know you like that. Are you a child molester? Do you get a fetish off of little girls, off of little boys? I'm sorry, it sounds vulgar, but I'm keeping it 100% real, okay? So deal with your ancestors like you deal with people on earth. Be protective of your family and you, okay? You may have one, that person has a fetish about me. And, I'm sleeping. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm being fondled. Things like that. When you deal with the craft, you deal with the craft. I told my group yesterday, this is not a game. This is not a joke. So you have to be very careful with what you do and who you invite around you, okay? You want to come up with a dialogue for them, meaning try to get some time every week with them. Like I said, you may not be able to do it every day, but just walk by. Hey, I want you guys to know I love you and appreciate you. When you need something, yes, they're there to help you. But don't make it where you're just like this kid begging for something every time I turn around. Your kid do, Mommy, can I have this? Mommy, can I have that? Mommy, will you give me this? Mommy, I need that. Stop. Can you say thank you sometime? Can you show me some gratitude? That's what they need. Show them some gratitude, some peace, and some love. Now, ancestors, they need money. They do. They need money. Some ancestors may have been in a financial bind when they were here. But they got dues to pay. They living in a different world, but they're not living for free because they're not dead. They're just in a different path. And they need things. And I meant to take this out so I wouldn't have to walk away from the camera, but I'm going to have to. I want to show you the ancestor money that you can get. Okay. Now, I thought I had everything on my altar before I started, so I once again want to apologize. I don't like being unprepared. This is called ancestor money. Now, I ordered mine off of Amazon, and I have enough to last them for the year. Okay, and it wasn't expensive. I think I paid like maybe $14 for a stack like that high. You can make your own ancestor money if you like. If you can't afford it, do not try to order something or think you can't do it because you don't have it. Only thing I will tell you is don't do it on white paper. If you got to get trash bags and brown paper bags, I'm sorry, and you want to cut that up and make your ancestor money, it's all about your heart. It's all about your intentions and your love. Don't break yourself. If you want to go to Big Lots or Toy Store or whatever, Walmart, and buy some Play Money, hi, that'll work too. It's about your intentions, your mindset, your heart, and your generosity. Now, I burn, because these are like, hey, they got some money up there. It's like $1 million right here, okay? I wish it was, okay? But anyway, I burn 2 to 3 of these for them, okay? So that wherever they're at, they got some crossover money, okay? And you can write notes on it when you burn it. Hey, just want to tell you I love you. This is for you. I miss you. You know, things like that. Or, hey, I thought about you today. You can even on the back, and this would be going for like my brother, if I remember something that him and I did that was really goofy, like him chasing me down the hall in his motorcycle helmet and his black leather jacket, and the hall was long, and I was only 15. I came out the kitchen, and I didn't know he was home, and he had a knife trying to play night school and chased me all the way down the hall till I fell and hit my head on the door. Yeah, if he was here now, he'd still be laughing at that. He'd be like, Cadillac tripped. Okay, that's what he used to call me. So, you know, she tripped and hit her head, and it was funny, and then he had to love on me and fix me up. But that was my big brother. Things like that. I can write her, hey, I thought about the time when we did so and so and so. It's okay. Make a little note for them. All right? That's what the ancestor money is about. Do not break yourself. One thing your ancestors don't want is to see you struggling. Okay? So if it's a brown paper bag, it's fine. And if you happen to have, like here in Ohio, we get lawn bags at like Lowe's or whatever, the huge tall bags. They're almost as tall as me. If I really stood up, y'all would see I'm very short. Get one of those. There's 2 bags in one because they're really thick. Get one of those, open it up, cut it, and make your money. It's okay. It's about your intentions and your belief. Okay? Don't feel because you don't have certain things you can't do it. You can't. Just got to make it work. Because it's all about that sincerity that you have for your family members. It's not about asking them to bless you all the time. It's just to love on them. Even on my angels altar, I have the first top 7 angels. I got candles, 7-day candles for them that I burn. Of course, it takes longer than 7 because I burn it for them. I'm not burning it as a 7-day candle. But they all have their own candle. I've dressed all of them. For what? Because for them. Not that I'm asking for anything. I just want to show you I appreciate you. So I dress their candles, and they have their own altar, and they have a protection candle also, you know, like my ancestors, and I'm thankful. So there's not much more to say about an ancestor's altar. You can give them food, like if I make jambalaya and things like that, I bring it in here and I set it up there for them. My brother, I used to make him chicken spaghetti. So when I make some chicken spaghetti, I will bring it in here and have it for him. Here's my thing. If you're going to bring food into your altar, please don't let it sit for days. Would you eat it? And I'm saying that to be sincere, not to be funny. Would you eat it? If your grandmother was living, would you feed her food that's set out for 2 or 3 days? Would you let it sit in her room like that? No. So before you go to bed at night, remove that plate and keep your altar clean. Okay? Set the plate the way that you know. If you know your grandma loved peach cobbler and you want to make her some peach cobbler, that's fine. But remember to put a napkin there and put it on a beautiful plate. Even if you have to go buy a special plate just for your altar. Okay? You don't have to buy a whole set or anything. And put some, just make it delicate and loving for them. If you know your grandpa smoked a pipe, get a pipe and put on there. My grandpa likes some liquor, so that's what I'm talking about with liquor, okay? Get a little liquor on there, you know, got a shot glass for him. It's, you know, things like that. This is what we do for our ancestors' altar. It's not very hard. If you have any questions, you can look me up at www.starfirequeenb. Once again, the B stands for beautiful. At gmail.com. Had someone ask me, what do you mean beautiful? Okay, here's the thing. We're not talking about this. Even though I don't feel like, you know, the God did too bad on me. But it's about that inner spirit, that beauty. It's always about loving yourself and who you are. StarfireQueenB@gmail.com. If you're new and you enjoyed my video, please hit subscribe. I'm loving it. I'm having a good time. If you have any questions, you can email me. You can look me up on Facebook. Okay. I will be having a promotion going on in April for Starter's Witch Kit that I'll be doing. If you're interested in that, hit me up. I'll love to share with you. I'll get more and more into that as we go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And if you're from a Facebook group, holler at a girl. You know I love y'all. I give my shout out to my Facebook crew. They are the most loving, spiritual witches, kings, queens, warlocks. We got it going on in the group. And I'm thankful for you guys. Had to give you guys a shout out. Remember, keep that third eye open and that heart full of love. I love you guys. Thank you.